When asked what is most important to him, Ruggie responds, money, but then follows up with a warthog bank that he found abandoned on the ground outside some rich people's house. He says that he decided to keep it after he couldn't get anything for it from pawn shops, but now he is kind of attached to it and is thinking of buying a meerkat version from the same toy line so that it will have a buddy. This coin bank is mentioned during Book 3 as well, and in a chat. Ruggie auditions for the VDC in Book 5 with the express purpose of winning the prize money, but he is rejected for having poor singing and dancing skills. He talks about possibly selling the camping gear that Leona bought for him to wear during Vargas camp. He refuses to help Leona and Jack during Phantom Bride, and Silver in a vignette, because he has no interest in doing things when there is nothing in it for himself. Misunderstanding Cruel's instructions during Fairy Gala, Ruggie encourages Colum to dress him up in the most expensive-looking accessories available, intending to make a fortune through reselling it all after the event. It is then revealed that he will not be allowed to keep any part of the outfit. He charges Leona 10 thalmarks an hour for his help. Ruggie reacts immediately to a shiny object during Spectral Soiree that he believed to be a coin, surprising Riddle and Ortho with his reflexes. He is disappointed when it is only a piece of mirror. During Vargas camp, it is revealed that Ruggie had been hiding a mage stone from the group even when they were facing down the Vargas monster, as he would have made bank selling it, and, why would I willingly give up a moneymaker like that? Mage stones make money. Admiration doesn't. It's not a hard choice. It is then revealed that Ruggie was attempting to steal one of Leona's necklaces, finding it on the ground during the course of the camp and apparently hoping that Leona had forgotten about it. Ruggie claims that he had been intending to give it back. When Ruggie refuses to go into the mines to find Deuce, Jack successfully tempts him into joining the search by assuring him that there are tons of big mage stones in the tunnel where Deuce went missing. I bet they'd go for a lot of thalmarks. When facing another monster in the mines, it is revealed that Ruggie had been hiding yet another mage stone from the group, refusing to reveal it, even in this moment of dire peril, but it seems Leona had been aware of it all along. Ruggie refuses to leave the mines after the monster's defeat. When Jack asks, so you'd be okay with your club getting shut down and losing out on the prize? Ruggie responds, I could live with that. Sure, our club might get disbanded, but if I dug up a decent number of mage stones and sold them, my return would more than make up for it. Ruggie is eventually forced out of the mines without his mage stones by Floyd, in accordance with a deal the two had made earlier in the event. Ruggie hears about an upcoming festival at Craneport, and says that he smells a job opportunity. He sends the group of Jack, Rook and Floyd back to the school without him without explaining why, in order to have a private conversation with a restaurant manager. The next day Crowley announces that NRC has been asked to assist with the festival. When Jack asks if Ruggie put the idea in the restaurant manager's head to approach the school for help, Ruggie says yes, this way their classes will be cancelled, and he received a 100 thalmark gift card to the restaurant, but that is not all. Ruggie has also recommended that NRC participate by manning food stalls at the event, with all expenses to be borne by the school. Azul interrupts to ask if a reward might be offered in exchange for the students' labor, and Crowley agrees to grant half of the profits from the stalls to the students. Ruggie reveals that this was his actual plan the entire time. Ruggie says that the hyenas in the King of Beasts legend took up all sorts of odd jobs to pay him back, which might be why Ruggie himself has worked so many places. He says that he works pretty much non-stop, and he has mentioned working at a cafe, a restaurant, department store, wedding venue, as a jack-o'-lantern carver, on a cruise ship, as a makeup artist and at a haunted house. He says that, in summers, he works at a restaurant at a beach resort, while he works as a ski instructor in the winter. He says it is a great way to network, and now he can say hello, goodbye and haggle prices in about 10 different languages. He says that he sometimes gets too greedy in alchemy classes and will mess things up, insinuating that he may sometimes earn money through his alchemy lesson failures as well. Ruggie's wish in the Wish Upon a Star event is to get a high-paying job, and he says his part-time jobs have helped him master the art of socializing. In a vignette we learn that Ruggie also earns money through collecting mandrakes from the botanical garden for the ramshackle dorm ghosts to sell, though he is always careful to leave a few behind so that the teachers don't suspect him. Ruggie expresses jealousy over Colum and Deuce's part-time jobs at the school store during New Year's, saying that it pays incredibly well, and, the next year, he gets his wish. He teaches his dorm mates how to create convincing replica gold coins for Halloween, saying that he normally makes it a policy not to perform free labor, but Halloween only comes once a year and it is a chance to earn the feast that they have been promised on the 31st. During Spectral Soiree he surprises Crowley with his willingness to go to the rescue of the kidnapped students, explaining that they will not get a winter holiday if Halloween never ends, and the holidays and New Year's are major hustle opportunities, so he has to be able to go back home. Ruggie works at Mastro Lounge during a vignette, and it is clear his wide range of experience has resulted in a lot of skill. He helps clean up a mess while delegating tasks and even manages to convince Floyd to go back to work after he becomes bored. When Azul decides to cut off the queue for the lounge as they have simply become too busy to accept any new customers, Ruggie convinces him to remain open, sending dining area staff to the kitchen while making up the difference all by himself. He assigns tasks as they arise to the other lounge staff and manages to handle the rush of customers as promised, impressing Azul. Ruggie says, "Compared to some other jobs I've had, this is a piece of cake."